Hey everyone, how's it going? I am Xeracon and I am back once again. A couple days ago, it was announced that Sony is possibly working on creating ads for free-to-play games similar to something that Microsoft is doing with Xbox. And both of these were completely new to me. I had no idea that this is something that Microsoft has been working on for Xbox, so this was definitely as shocking as the Sony one. I'd go through the article for you, but it's behind a paywall, so this is pretty much what we've got here. Sony is working on a plan to put ads inside PlayStation games, sources said, similar to a move by Microsoft to run ads in Xbox. Three people who are involved in the plan said Sony is doing testing with ad tech partners to help game developers create in-game ads through a software developer program. The idea is to encourage developers to keep building free-to-play games, which have soared in the pandemic, by giving them a way to monetize them. And then it goes on and on. Now, to be honest, my initial reaction was a bit mild. I thought, okay, this is just ads for free-to-play games. It's something that, you see with mobile games a lot. You see that with them. But then I thought about it, and then I realized this is Microsoft and Sony, multi-billion dollar companies. Why are you having free-to-play games, which are monetized because of the fact that they will have items that you have to buy, or items that there's monetization in there, and you know it, like with the items that you can either get, or you have to wait for something to recharge or refill it, all that type of stuff. But ads as well, that I believe is going too far. And the other problem I have with this is something that I realized is, who's to say that it stops here, that the ads only stop with the free-to-play games? What's to stop them from adding them to fully paid games, whether you're talking about games starting at $30 to a full $60, or in the case of Sony, $70 games? Because let's be honest here, it didn't stop 2K from putting ads into NBA 2K. And while I think that both Microsoft and Sony, within their respective gaming divisions, are not as slimy as 2K, it's still within the realms of possibility that they would adopt such a practice. Again, like I said, Sony is charging $70 for games. Microsoft is possibly considering that, and will probably do that in the future. So who's to say that the fact that they're just doing ads in free-to-play games, alright? Like I said, they're multi-billion dollar companies. Why do they need to run ads in free-to-play games? But another thing is that this will just set another precedent for things going forward. I mean, seriously, go back to when microtransactions were first announced and people were saying, oh, it's just cosmetics, it's not going to harm anything. And then we eventually got loot boxes, and we got microtransactions, and we've got all this monetization going on in games. We've got incomplete games. We've got games being shipped broken. We've got games being shipped out with cut content, and then the content's resold as DLC. So don't think that this is, it's just this one thing. It's not going to be a big deal, because this has been said before in the past multiple times, and the stuff that was warned about came to pass because people didn't stop it. And some people might argue that as long as the ads aren't intrusive, that's not a big deal. And I would possibly argue that they have a point. I mean, in Prototype, I actually saw on a billboard the DC Comics logo, and I was wondering, what's that about? Like, why is DC Comics featured in this game? And then later on I realized that DC Comics actually did a tie-in comic for Prototype, so that made sense. However, would you still want to risk that slippery slope of, it's just a billboard, to, hey, the loading screens now have advertisements? Would you really want to risk that? And personally speaking, this is something that I do not want to see, so this is something that I want to discuss and say that this is something that we should stop now before it gets worse in the future. I'm not saying it will get worse, but I'm saying that it can get worse. And as history has shown us, it likely will get worse if it's allowed to pass. But that will do it for today. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate it. And also, thank you for the support you've shown me within the past month. Like, seriously, it was great, and I appreciate everyone who's watched videos and stuff, left comments, and, subscribed as well. So I want to show my appreciation, so I've left a Steam gift code in the description below, so first one to claim it can get it. And let me know what you think about this in the comments as well, and I'll see you all next time. So until then, I am Xeracon signing off. Have a good one.